Hello, random viewer. I'm John Green, and Luigi is better than Mario. Fight me! So yeah, it has been a long while since I've done a figure review, but this one is going to be special for two reasons. First off, this is the first review where I'm talking about a video game icon I actually grew up with. And lastly, this is my first double review. I was originally going to do a single review for each, but after taking a closer look at them, I decided to just kill two plumbers with one shroom. As you saw from the title, this is Jakks Pacific's take on making the Mario cast in posable figure form. And to any gamers watching, yes, this is the same Jakks Pacific that sparked a plug-and-play craze back in the mid-2000s. Now, being an unemployed 21-year-old man-child, I grew up with Mario and Luigi. Funny thing is, I never played their earlier games. My first encounter with them was actually Super Smash Melee for the GameCube. I didn't even know Luigi existed until one day, me and my siblings were just playing a stock elimination match, and then this played. After seeing that and freaking the hell out, I fell in love with Luigi. His playstyle was floaty and cartoonish, as opposed to his brother's more grounded and basic style. But what really sold me on Luigi was the honest-to-God fact that he is the little brother. Just like me! Yep, I am the middle child of 4 siblings. Luigi was the underdog, the shadow to his older and more famous brother. But honestly, to me at least, he's way cooler than Mario. I never played the Mario RPG games, but when I saw the death battle with him and Tails, I was surprised by how powerful Luigi is. As for Mario, he's okay. I have played some of his games, with Sunshine being my favorite, but as a character, Mario just seems boring to me. Alright, a minute has passed, on to the review. The packaging for both these guys is exactly the same. A window display with a piece of cardboard showing their names. On the back, a brief bio of the characters, their posability, and an ad for the toy manufacturer's website. I feel like I should censor that, but I don't care enough to do so. Guess this will be a free plug. You're welcome, Jakks Pacific. Mario comes with the famous question block, one of the many iconic items in the world of Super Mario. It looks good, great sculpt, and a decent accessory. So just from looking at him, you can tell this is a lesser figure version of Mario. I guess Jakks Pacific thought they could cut costs by molding the figures with the same plastic they use for their controllers. But I can appreciate the decent range of posability. However, before we even start that segment, let's take a closer look at the Italian plumber. From a distance, not too bad, but get a little bit closer and you start to notice some serious manufacturing flaws. First off, the flashing plastic here on his right forearm. This is how he came out of the packaging. It is not too bad, just take an X-Acto knife, carve out the excess plastic and you'll be fine. Second is the nose. Jakks really was cutting costs because the nose is a separate piece glued on. You could even see the mold line across the nose. And the mustache, some of the black paint bled onto the corner of his nose. I get this is basically a cheap figure for kids or casuals, but you could at least have made the effort to make the paint a decent quality. Some of the black even somehow scuffed the surface of his nose. Third, his right arm is loose at the shoulder, but thanks to Big Brother Jobby, a light amount of super glue should fix that. Lastly, the single bend on both his arms. The loops where the peg goes through to secure the arm looks like ass. Seriously, I feel like they could break at any moment. Especially this right arm. This sadly does not have a fix that I know of. I would not even risk using a hairdryer and clamping them both back in place. The plastic feels too cheap to risk that. Now where those flaws are minor and fixable, the fourth is sadly just the sculpt of the figure. Mario's range of posability is seriously lacking. I can appreciate the attempt to go for in-game model accuracy, but if it's going to compromise the wider range of posability, I would at least find a way around it. The Mario brothers are athletic plumbers, borderline Olympic level gymnasts, and the posability on this figure does not reflect that in the slightest. But again, these are basic figures. If I wanted top quality plastic representations of my favorite platformer characters, I would end up being homeless. Remember, unemployed, so if you think the figures I review are bad, you should see my wallet.
Moving on to Luigi, he is actually the better figure, and I'm not being biased about it. He also comes with an item, the 1-Up Mushroom. Looks good, don't care, moving on. Luigi's sculpt is clean. It looks exactly like his modern in-game appearance. And because he is more slim than his meatball of older brother, his range of articulation is actually a lot better. Mario and I should probably take some notes. As for opposability, it is exactly the same. Rotation at the head, hinge and rotation at the shoulder, single bend at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, limited ball joint at the hip, and lastly, a single bend at the knee. Time for size comparisons. Clearly, Luigi is taller than him, but Mario is a lot more big-boned. Here they are with Overwatch Ultimate's Anna and Reinhardt, some Fortnite Legendary line figures, and lastly, My Hero Factory Mock Warhead. So yeah, both of these figures are decent enough. I can say I don't regret my purchase, but I just wish the articulation was better. The same can be said for the paint. For Mario, he needs some serious reworking if I'm going to use him in future stop motion projects. Better call the doctor. Now again, I grew up with a decent amount of Super Mario games, so my connection with them is nostalgic. I just wish these figures were better in their quality. Those SH Figuarts versions are looking very promising right now, but until I have consistent income again, I could only dream. Well, back to job applications. See you guys next time.